My name is Eddie Edwards. To most people, this name probably doesn't mean much. Even in Britain, many might not remember me the guy who looks awkward, like a stuffed toy bundled up in a ski suit. But to me, this name carries all my dreams, all my efforts, and all my persistence. Ever since I was a kid, I knew I wanted to be an Olympian. You know, just like those shining heroes standing on the podium, with the whole world cheering for them. Except, no one believed in me. Sometimes even I doubted myself. After all, I wasn't one of those naturally gifted athletes. I didn't have the physique, I wasn't fast, I couldn't jump high, and when it came to skiing, my body moved clumsily, often feeling laughter from others. Everyone told me, Eddie, you can't do this. Don't even think about it. Just do something normal, something that people like you should be doing. But here's the strange part, deep inside, I had this stubborn streak. Why couldn't I? I just wanted to prove to myself that even without natural athletic ability, even without the same advantages as others, I could still achieve my dreams through sheer hard work and determination. This idea, this seed, took root in my heart and refused to go away. Growing up, the thing I heard most was "you can't," including from my father. He would always look at me with this look of resignation and say, Eddie, your dream is just too unrealistic. Get a stable job. That's what a responsible person should do. Every time I heard those words, it felt like cold water being poured over me. But ironically, that cold water only more defiant. I didn't want to settle. I didn't want a life so ordinary that I couldn't even see a glimmer of hope. I wanted to take a shot at something extraordinary. So I started training every day, no matter the weather. Those geniuses on the slopes could joke around and still pull off a perfect jump effortlessly. But me, I could only fall over and dive and then get back up again. My legs were covered in bruises, and the pain in my body kept me awake at night. But those injuries didn't make me give up. Instead, they made me realize that achieving a dream comes with a cost. To represent Britain in the Winter Olympics, I even went to some obscure, forgotten competitions because that was my only way to gain experience and get a shot at something bigger. Every time I showed up at these events, people looked at me with doubt and mockery. They laughed at my equipment, my technique, and even at the fact that I dared to stand among them. But I didn't care. I had long grown used to people's scorn. In fact, I'd learned to turn their laughter into fuel. Every time they laughed at me, I told myself, this is nothing. Just keep going. Keep pushing. One day, they'll see I'm serious. And then, the miracle really happened. Me, Eddie Edwards, someone no one ever believed could be an athlete, was standing on the Winter Olympic stage. I can't say that in that moment, all the doubt suddenly disappeared. But at that moment, I knew deep inside that I had won, at least over myself. I knew I would never be the fastest, the strongest athlete. Maybe I'd never win a gold medal. But I never allowed myself to give up. On the Olympic field, I fell many times, but each time, I got back up with a smile. Standing on top of the ski jump tower, the snow below looked like an endless abyss. I wasn't competing with those natural talents. I was just having a conversation with myself. I needed to prove to myself that no matter what happened with that jump, I had already reached my dream. I had already become the hero I always imagined I could be. So, when I took that leap in that moment, I was free. I wasn't doing it to prove anything to anyone. I was just proving to myself that dreams can come true if you have enough courage and perseverance to chase them. People can laugh at you and doubt you, but the most important thing is to have faith in yourself, even just a little. That's enough to take you higher and farther than you ever imagined. That's my story. My name is Eddie Edwards, the guy no one believed in, but I lived my life in a way that made me a true dreamer.